Now, a couple of years ago in the last generation of games, there was an interesting period where, in the space of 6 months, two very good but very different driving games came out. And that was Blur and Split Second. Now, they both achieved that they went for that arcadey style feel. And from that point onwards, nobody really seemed to try that kind of arcade racer again. We all had kind of semi-pro races like Dirt and Grid and all those kind of games. And even Need for Speed for a while, they went towards being more serious. It was a shame because there were these great driving games that missed out. Then Rocket League came out, and again, that's not really the same thing as well. The newest game we're discussing that perhaps tries to take a bit of a different approach to driving games, Onrush. I've got Jamie with me today to discuss Onrush. Now, I use Split Second and Blur as a thing, and obviously this is a different style of game, but can you understand the comparison I'm making?
Yeah, because here is a racing game that tries to do some different things, but here's the big thing about Onrush. You look at it, and there's cars, and there's racing, but it's not a racing game.
No.
Like, in many cases, it's kind of like a multiplayer shooter, but with cars.
Well, to me, like from the time I've spent with it, the least I can get from it, it feels almost like roller derby. Do you know what I mean? Like you got blockers, you got like split, like you've got all the different roles of a roller derby team put into a thing. So it's straight away we're onto something completely different from what you would expect.
This is a game that basically, even though you're in cars, you're in packs. Like there is no benefit to being at the front of a pack. Which, if you played any game with cars, you know that is rule number one.
Yeah.
But kind of, it's just such a weird atmosphere to be in because the way they design all their classes, the way they design all their cars, like it makes you feel like you're playing. If you know how to play multiplayer shooters, where you know how to stay in a pack, you know how to kind of support your team.
And use each other's abilities to the best example. Yeah.
And so basically, you have 4 modes that kind of play off those concepts and require you to basically not only play the rules sort of a racing game, but also as a shooter. And it makes for a really interesting concept that actually really works.
So, but this is also part of the, and I say the detriment, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. The game, as a result, really relies on the multiplayer scene. Like it really does rely, because you might have the single player, and there is a single player.
There's a single player game. It's more or less a tutorial.
Yeah, and so a game like this strikes me as getting together a good team of players who really enjoy the game, and that's going to be, I think, Codemasters' struggle to make a multiplayer scene that lasts.
I think that's the thing. Yeah, again, that's the thing the game needs. Like, it needs a community, because this is a game that it's going to thrive on it. Like, because at the moment now, there really isn't that much to it. Like, there is a single-player campaign. There are 4 gameplay modes. There's no ranked play yet. It's just quick play. Yeah. But again, this is going to be it's going to be a very interesting game in 6 months, when hopefully there's more of a community. Like, when I was playing it, there seemed to be a good, healthy player base, which is awesome.
Yep.
But 6 months from now, what is this game? And I'm hoping it sticks around, because it's awesome. It's a really cool idea, and I'm happy that it got made.